Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Good morning, good morning. Another day. Another day of chaos. How's it going, guys? Good morning. Michael in the chat. Good morning. Recall and Zama going crazy this morning. Yes, I sold my bag. Good morning, funny callers. Good morning, guys. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired too, Quint. Funny Color says I love crypto in the chat. And as a result, I asked you guys, do you love or hate crypto this morning? Looks like a lot of you guys actually love crypto, don't you? You love the chaos. Of course you do. Of course you do. All right, guys, we got to, of course, get into the news this morning. We do have a bunch of stuff popping off. I'm happy that everything's working today. Reformatted my computer for the third effing time in the last 2 weeks. Seems like everything is running smoothly this morning. Good, of course, to hear, guys. Good to hear. All right, let's see what we got. We have a couple things I want to get into this morning. I saved and clipped from Bloomberg. And a couple of them timed out, it looks like, from the foreign market open. That sucks. The foreign market closed. We did have Deutsche Bank just out here talking about where he thinks and where the rest of Europe thinks the stock market's going to go this morning. And everyone's still calling for 8,000. Which is kind of crazy still, but yeah, so I did lose those. They timed out. That sucks. Looks like a lot of
conversations with the biggest news.
That sucks.
Insights with
it's all gone. All right. Well, I guess we'll just talk about what's going on here in, I guess, the recent hours. Brent crude spikes to about $90,000 a barrel. $90 a barrel this morning with Brent popping up. We also have the Asian markets crashing, the Nikkei lower, the Kospi lower, everything lower. It's not looking good, of course, continuing to sell off day after day after day. It's like what, like 5% almost every single day on the Kospi here. Yeah, and of course Brent crude touched $90 just overnight. We gotta get into some of the headlines here on CNBC as well. You can see oil prices start to ease after Trump and Iran says the talks could be pursued based on national interests. Yeah. These talks have gone nowhere now for over a year. Let's see. The latest moves come after the U.S. military confirmed a third American service member had been, of course, killed in recent operations. That was over the weekend. I think we started the weekend with 2, and then we ended up with 3 towards the end. I guess we just want to... I mean, the weather right now is just not optimal for America to even be boots on the ground. Oil prices are mixed on Monday, pairing gains after Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson Esmail Bagay says that the negotiations with the U.S. could be pursued based on national interest. Speaking at the Reporters News Conference, Bagay said that the intermediaries had continued to exchange messages with Iran amid the latest round of U.S. strikes and American military casualties. That's pretty much all I'm going to get into that there. We do have Americans are wary of government equity stakes as Trump admin pushes new investments. The FIFA emergence says the $9 billion winner as the biggest, brashest World Cup ever draws to a close. Let's see. U.S.-Iran war hits 9th consecutive night as American casualties rise. Iran's Houthi allies in Yemen declares a maritime embargo of Saudi Arabia. What else do we have here on the headlines? We got Coinbase. Coinbase trading results may fall short of expectations, according to prediction markets. I heard Cathie Wood had been backing out of some semiconductor stocks too recently, which is kind of strange for her. TSMC is accelerating Arizona factory build out of capitalize on AI megatrend. Anything else that we have here? Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey sales at the $124 million opening day. Do want to check that one out if I do get some time. Now that I'm starting to kind of settle down here in Florida, maybe next week I'll have time. U.S. Treasury yields edge higher as Wall Street monitors the Middle East tensions, and Kalshi adds 3 million new users as prediction markets capitalizes on the World Cup. Looks like, they're definitely, the prediction markets were definitely taking advantage of the World Cup. Let's take a look and see what else is going on with I think I have a couple more clips here. Google plans a new AI chip.
This just out from the information that Google is set to plan on a new chip that would be more efficient. It's called Frozen V2. The employees working on the chip reportedly say that it could be 6 to 10 times more efficient than their existing line of homegrown chips. Again, trying to take away or at least relieve some of the pressure on the chip and compute shortage that Google has been facing.
Yes, sir. And then we got a little bit.
Turn to the Middle East, where Brent is wavering after reaching $90 a barrel earlier. Reports that mediators have proposed a 10-day ceasefire between Iran and the U.S. The Iranian president says the country is in a full-scale war with the U.S. and its sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz is non-negotiable. But at the same time, Iran-backed Houthi rebels say that they are imposing a naval blockade against Saudi Arabia in the region. Let's get the latest from Bloomberg Washington correspondent Tyler Kendall. Tyler, it is headline whiplash this morning.
It definitely is, and that latest one that you mentioned is going to be a stark escalation, Danny, as we get this confirmation from the spokesperson for the...
All right. I think we're done with all that. Let's take a look and see what's going on with you guys in the chat. And then we got about 2 minutes. That is it. 2 minutes. Looks like my... I cannot see the quality of my stream or anything like that. It looks like that's all broken this morning. Hopefully everything's working great for you guys. Still going through a little bit of jitters this morning from the new install, but everything so far looks like it's doing all right, except for that. War on war, on off war, on off war. It's just been on war on, war on. Yes, just war on this morning. Crypto Quint. Yes, guys. All right, let's take a look and see what's also going on here with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's sitting at 64,500 this morning. Still respecting this parallel channel. Just nothing but up since the beginning of this month. This is just the rails that I took from April and put them on top of Bitcoin, and it's still respecting it. We're doing the same thing, a little aggressive push here. If we do not get some sort of surge in Bitcoin, we're going to see a little bit more sideways chop. We're getting really tight, though. We are getting really tight. Been a while since I had to say that.
Go.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Do it like a tiger. Yes. Really? Yeah, like a tiger. Yes.
I like a tiger blood, man.
Oh, jeez, guys. Wake up and smell the coffee. Wake up and smell the chaos. Stream is working. Thank you so much, Crypto Quint, for that confirmation there. YouTube's not working, but the stream is working. That's good to hear. OBS having a little bit of a struggle this morning, getting me the deets on the quality of the stream. All right, 64,500. We have a minute to get over there. Don't want to miss that bell. And just double check and make sure everything is going in the right direction. We'll get over into the weather here right after the bell rings. I want to see where Bitcoin's at after, of course, the weekend. Catch up on the weather this morning. All right, let's do it.
In the Middle
open
East,
that bell. And then, yeah, we'll take, of course, look at the overall sentiment this morning as well, too. I don't think we have enough time for that yet, but we'll get into it here in a minute. Stock market is opening, in fear. Is that extreme fear? Was that extreme fear? No, just traditional fear. 37. All right, here we go. Let's open this damn bell. Or not. All right, Professor Abdul. Good morning, Professor Abdul. It's been a minute. How you doing? Remember back in November when I called the 64K and everyone laughed? November. Damn, that was a long time ago. A lot of things have changed since November. 20 seconds until the drop.
Worst week for semis since Liberation Day. Isabel just pointing out to me moments ago that they're now in a bear market from their high, which was only a month ago in June. So S&P up 0.5%, NASDAQ up just under 0.9%, the Dow Jones putting in 0.2%. Down at the New York Stock Exchange, it is Coca-Cola. I'm going to be honest, they didn't have their feet up. They didn't put on their website who's ringing the opening bell, so this is a surprise to me. I don't know why Coke is ringing the opening bell, but they're all holding fun glass bottles, so good for them. That's cool. They're all going to be caffeinated. Down at the NASDAQ, Stars and CEO Jeffrey Hirsch, who's joined this program before, ringing the opening bell. They've been outperforming the small cap index and announcing and celebrating their new show, Fightland. I can't remember what it is, Isabel. I think it's like about boxers, but Jeffrey, when he came on, was pretty pumped about it and thinks that it's going to do very well.
It's probably about boxers because it's definitely not a rom-com. I only watch
Fightland. It could.
I only watch rom-coms.
Fightland could be about a couple that's like going through a divorce, you know, which I know is grim. Anyway,
that could be, but we just want happy ever afters here. And look at the green on your screen, Danny. Here are the stocks we're going to be watching. The tech trade is higher today amid concerns that China is producing cheaper and more efficient AI models. You see NVIDIA higher by 1.5%, Micron by 3.5%.
Holy crap, SanDisk.
And SanDisk up by 4.5%. Last week, Bank of America released their fund manager survey, and the most crowded trade is, guess what, long semi. So I think this is definitely a vulnerable trade, especially this week. It's going to create a new challenge for big tech stocks spending billions and billions on AI. And this week, we will hear from Google parent Alphabet, Tesla, Intel, among others, going to report earnings.
All right, let's talk more about that, because we also learned that Google reportedly working on a new server chip which would integrate the blueprint of its Gemini AI model. Apparently, it's going to be 6 to 10 times more efficient, according to staff in this information report, make things more efficient with compute. So Alphabet, that is up 2% or just under 2%. This morning. We're back now with Moneta Global Wealth Managing Director Ethan Devitt. Ethan, I want to pick up on where we just ended this about what you're recommending to clients. Maybe you take a little bit of profits, you don't outright avoid it. It's kind of this difficult thing, though, because if we're in somewhat of a stage of a bubble, be it beginning or otherwise, you are really burned if you're not invested in during it. But if you're investing during it, then almost by definition, it's kind of a contradiction to try to hedge yourself or protect yourself.
It feels like after last week, this
it's
could be a
difficult to do both at the same time. So how are you thinking about that?
All right. I really want to. We'll give her a minute. We'll give her a minute.
A lot of the AI names, specifically semis, hit extremely hard.
Finish my
Well, that's a great question, and it really gets to the core of what we coach clients to do. We speak about preparation and not prediction, and that is key because prediction is essentially a fool's errand. We know no more than the next person in terms of what's around the corner geopolitically. Our model could completely erupt and sunder the current set of business models that we're looking at today. But when it comes to preparation, there's a few data points I'd like to bring up. One, you mentioned at NASDAQ, there was a small cap company. Small cap is having one of its best years since 2003. So finally a rotation into small cap, even loss-making small caps. That is really critical. It shows the level of risk that investors are prepared to take on and the level of trust that they have in small cap companies. So every portfolio should have that there. We also look beyond mere sectors such as large cap tech. We would also look at the infrastructure layer, the energy layer, the financing layer. Every single piece of this value chain, there should be exposure to that. And it goes without saying that we also believe in international diversification. So while the US is getting a lot of attention and South Korea got some attention, very concentrated market there, we also like to look at the European stock market. We think there's a lot happening across the Eurozone.
All right, whatever. I'm getting nothing out of her. Okay, moving on. Let's go to CNBC and check out with Kramer this morning at the opening bell.
I'd say, oh, well, that was just brilliant that I stuck around for that. Now, I'm not getting on Amazon. My basis is low. I really believe in Jassy when he says they're going to make money next year. But if they don't make money next year, then what am I doing?
Now you're getting to the classic Apple second strike advantage. Let others spend all the money. We'll come in later and take some tolls.
Amazon's doing okay.
I mean, 325 the other day, all-time high.
I'm so glad you brought up Apple because I think I read all these trade publications now because
Apple's
I have to
still
try to be
trending
up on
higher.
it.
Holy
I'm trying to be
crap.
up on as many different things. They all hate Apple. Why? Because Apple didn't spend. It never did data centers. It never. I mean, I talk to Siri all the time.
Yeah. And they're not innovating. They're never innovating anything. I agree with you, Kramer. All right. Well, I don't think he's really pushing that, but I agree with what he just said. Okay, let's see what we got here in the chat. Catching up with Professor Abdul. How you doing, my friend? It's been a minute. Looks like he's been calling for 55K. Oh, yeah. Well, so have we. We were calling for 55K for a while. Even with Jake, the likes of Jake the Snake calling for 55K. He's been calling for 55K since last, I think it's since last November. It's been like it's been longer than 6 months. It's been like a year. He's been calling for it since last summer. But yeah, we still don't have it. 55K. October now is kind of Jake's kind of target. Kevin's looking for about 54K. Here, I don't know. I'm not sure where Kevin. I guess Kevin. We already lost that. It didn't happen. Lowest we got was about 58 or 57 on a wick. It was 57.9, I think, on a wick. 47. We got Quint calling for 47K. How about that? That's a nice low there, right? So yeah, we do got some doom and gloomers on the channel calling for some of these. I still think the low, it doesn't matter if it's 55K, if it's 50, 58, 59, 56. I think we're already there. I think the lows are pretty much already, we've already saw them, give or take a few $100. I mean, is it really going to matter for the most people that are just sitting on holding on their hand, sitting on their hands and doing nothing? No, it won't. It won't matter at all. But yeah, that's still kind of in the cards here, especially if we don't get clarity. We could see a little bit more of a push lower, another leg down before we do see a bit higher. The highest I think we're going to go this month is probably going to be 74. I'm not really seeing it anymore, like hitting that. I think we're actually going to end up like right here around, like, butting our head around 69 to 70K, and then seeing probably a rebound and a retest later at the end of the month. Especially if we don't get clarity. So that's my current up to date. Like, and then again, we rebound. We probably hit again our head on some of these lows, 57, 58, 56, 55, and then we just kind of go into the end of the year. Hopefully we hit 80 to 90K one more time before the end of the year. I'd love to be surprised. Love to be wrong in the right direction, of course, but I think we do see at least one more sell-off, one more shakeout before the end of the year. Okay, so that's still what I'm thinking. Again, we're still respecting that April pump. Again, what goes up must come down, right? As I was like, as soon as we enter May, I'm like, yeah, sell and May go away. We do that like all the time, consistently in crypto, and of course we continue to do that. That's what we've been doing, of course, here on the channel. Catching up, Abdul, talking to my man, Real Kevin in the chat. Kevin, how you doing, man? How you doing? It's been a minute. Smokes, where they at? Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we're seeing some old friends here today. That's awesome, awesome. Crypto Quinn says, where can I get a crystal ball, bro? You could probably get them down in like Georgia, like Savannah, Georgia would probably be a good place to go. Find some good juju and some bad juju down there. I just drove through there the other week. Okay, let's see. Cliff saying, Kimmy, who did restricted chips? With or without restricted chips, Kimmy. That's the company behind Moonshot, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. He's talking about there. Good morning, Cliff. Good morning, Chaos. Good morning to you guys. Let's get into the overall sentiment. All right, let's get into the overall sentiment this morning. Okay, let's see what we got in the fear and greed index right now. Sitting for the stock market. Let me refresh that. Sitting at 37 still. Yes, it is 37 in fear for the stock market. We got crypto right now. Sitting at 29. This is actually kind of high for crypto and fear anyway. Last week, of course, the average was like 23, 24. So we're a little higher now. Coming out of extreme fear a little bit there at 29. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I think the highest we've seen in like the last 3 or 4 weeks has been like 32, maybe. It's still been just consistently the longest time we've ever been in fear to extreme fear that I've ever seen in crypto in my tenure. We've got here US dollar sitting at 100.8. Hopefully we see this correct lower. I want to see, of course, break 100 on the dollar again. Hopefully in the next few weeks we do settle some of this war. Of course, the markets don't really seem to care about what's going on in the war. Whatever happened with Ukraine and Russia? They're supposed to get some sort of thing going again. That's what Trump said like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And the Iran war talks don't really happen anymore. With at least Trump on Truth Social saying anything constructive. Just seems like it's just too much of a fog of war right now, what's going on with the media around the war. All right, and then, of course, we got crypto bubbles. Let's take a look at crypto bubbles this morning if it's working. It's kind of not working. I think they changed their, yeah, since I have I had to reset my stream. Crypto bubbles, something to reset the, yeah. Okay, it's just not working. Crypto bubbles. We got plenty of other crypto bubbles to go to, but I guess the original, the vanilla is down. That sucks. I like the vanilla. I guess I'll go to strawberry this morning. Okay. Speaking of strawberry, where's our favorite flavor of dragon this morning? Okay, let's take a look at crypto bubbles. I don't like this one at all. How about banter bubbles? They just kind of copied and pasted the old, yeah, vanilla. This is usually my go-to if the other one's down. It's weird that they're down today. Okay, all right, so this morning, what we got this morning in the daily, we're looking for the top movers on the day. Did that show the average here? Really? On the day? Trying something new. Yeah, they don't show the overall average for the top 100. That sucks. Anyway, so yeah, we're right now sitting at some big movers this morning. We got Pump.Fun up 17%. That's the biggest mover to the upside today. We got ADI moving up 9%, almost 8.5%. Injective up about 5%, and Beat, yeah, moving towards 8% this morning. Those are the top movers on the day. We're looking for some pullbacks, man. I want some blood. Where's the blood? Doesn't seem like there's much blood this morning. Ondo is even up 10% now on the week. I've been telling you guys my longer term portfolio is starting to catch up to my short term portfolio. I think it's about time to start paying attention to some of the big boys you want to have holding, of course, before October. Let's see. Piecoin's up 23% on the month, on the week now. Don't like this. This thing needs to go back into the fire pit. Other than that, though, we're looking for anything oversold 15% or more on the week, and there's only one coin, and it's DEXE. That is it. You have one coin oversold now on the weekly, guys. Where is the pain? Where is the blood? I want more pain. On the monthly, we're looking for at least 30% oversold. There's only two. That's right, only two on the month that's oversold. Meme core, no one's paying attention to the meme core. And WorldCoin, yes, the scan your eyeball coin is down 40%. The most dystopian future coin, well, in recent memory. I'm sure there's going to be more like humanity. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're looking at this morning. Only two coins oversold here on the monthly on the top 100. Let's do the same thing on the top 200. Where's the pain, guys? I want to see more blood. I can tell you where all the pain is right now. It's still sitting in Gwei. That's probably not even in the top 200 anymore. It's how bad it's bled out. I don't even see it here. Yeah, I don't even see it here. It probably is on the top 300. Anyway, looking at the daily, looking at the biggest movers to the upside. Build On comes up 30%. We were talking about that over the weekend. I'm like, trending coins right now. ADA was had a decent run over the weekend, but Build On, like, what the hell? 30% up on Build On coming out of the weekend up on the day. We have a $2 super chat coming in from Strawberry Dragons. She's late. Good morning. Good morning, Strawberry. I am here, and I love your dead channel. Thank you so much, Strawberry. Yeah, we're climbing back out of that dead channel status since someone said that my channel was shut down just a few weeks ago, and I'm just like, what the hell? Where are they getting that information from? I still do a freaking live every single day. All right. So anyway, guys, I did facilitate my move. I am sitting in sunny Florida right now. And of course, only a few months away, hopefully, from getting my Thailand visa and then shipping out to Asia. We're going to take the show on to Asia. Of course, you guys are following and growing with my channel. That's the plan. That's where we're going into next year. All right. Dead channel, ridiculous. I know, Strawberry. All right, guys. So yeah, other movers right now happening on the weekly. Most oversold on the top 200. This is kind of what you're looking at. There's only two coins over here. There's only two coins on the top 100. Where is the pain? Bonk. Tight. A little bit of Velvet, but Velvet's kind of starting to level off there too. Again, runner-up is Velvet on the weekly. And then on the monthly, what's the most oversold in the month? Oh my god. There's only two coins here as well. Just a Cash and Bonk. Where is the pain? I need more pain. I can't buy anything if there's no pain. Okay, there's three. There's Kite. There's a Cash, and there's Bonk. Kite's been just kind of slowly bleeding for a while, though. Could be a good entry right here if we do start to, swing back up. I'm just not convinced that July is going to have much momentum, especially if Clarity does not get off the ground this month. All right, guys. All right. Let's take a look and see what else is going on in, the TradFi. Get back over there real quick, and we'll get into crypto news here. We still got about 10-15 minutes until we get into crypto news. Looks like Bloomberg's on break. CNBC. We got Kramer talking about the
There was a
NASDAQ.
celebration of a magazine I created at the Harvard Crimson. It was called "What Is to Be Done." They don't even know what that is, but that was Lennon's book, and man, he had game. But yeah, not John, the other guy. I looked just like him at that point.
But also this morning,
old man banter about this whatever nonsense. Okay, let's take a look at some other headlines, and then we might get into crypto news a little earlier today. There's some things I was excited to share with you guys over on X. Again, if you haven't seen my channel before, we basically just cover everything going in, happening on the live. This every single morning on the morning open and every single night at the foreign market open to keep you guys up to date with crypto, especially if you're at work and you can't, of course, watch anything. You can at least hear my beautiful voice while we, of course, hang out and talk crypto. All right. Let's get back over here into, about Fox Business. It's been awesome. We looked at Fox Business on the headlines here. Usually we don't get anything of value over here, but let's just take a look anyway. What the hell? Inside the massive I-75 pipeline for driving California's wealth to the Gulf Coast. Everyone's leaving the West Coast to the East Coast. There's really nothing here at all. All right. Where's my Yahoo Finance? I gotta clip that again too. Keep that going. Update that for the channel. What else? All right. U.S. stocks climb as chip stocks rise and wait for big tech earnings this week. We have a lot of big ones. Yes, we do. Trump's temporary global tariffs are set to expire this Friday. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. He's gonna have to start all this over after the midterms. I would imagine he's not going to even speak a word of tariffs until the midterms are over. Again, we're talking like later the year, November, December. President Trump's imposed a 25% tariff on Brazil. That was like the only thing he's been mentioning over the past, let's see, a month. President's been really quiet in general. His approval rating right now is not great. U.S. Iran pushes oil back above $90. Of course, we covered that this morning. U.S. bombs Iran for the 9th day as Hormuz standoff deepens. And it looks like now, according to the American side, we're reporting that they want to have some talks with a possible 10-day ceasefire, which you guys know how the ceasefire goes. They're non-existent either way. Looks like Bristol Myers buys NVIDIA's latest AI computing system for drug research. And that's about it. Microsoft's 4,800 layoffs masks the real reason behind their $1.2 trillion market slide. Okay, I don't know. I was expecting more layoffs. It looks like they're just kind of reading between the lines there on the last layoffs. Man set to retire finds the wife moved $300,000 to a secret account. Sneaky. All right, there's really nothing else here going on this morning in TradFi news. All right, guys, let's get into a little bit of crypto news. I'm gonna double check Bloomberg, make sure we're not getting anyone else fun up here to talk. Airbus wins Air China. Hainan orders from regional hold. Looks like they're talking about some of the big movers over right now on from Airbus in the UK. That's live right over there right now. Okay. I'm over it. Let's get into some crypto news this morning, guys. Let's start with Cointelegraph. Peter Brandt predicts the exact day Bitcoin's bear market will be over. Damn, ballsy. Is it in October? Veteran trader Peter Brandt says he pinpointed the exact day in which 2026 when he expects the Bitcoin to hit the bottom of the market cycle. It could have already happened. I'll go out on a limb and say that we bottom in October 4th. That's kind of the idea I'm having as well. It's going to happen sometime in October. So we'll see. Brandt tells Cointelegraph during the interview with the Trade Secrets. I'll go out on a limb and say we bottom in October 4th. So we'll see. He tells Cointelegraph during an interview. Of course, picking the exact date of the market bottom is a tough ask, but the 51-year-old trading veteran has held firm on his October prediction for Bitcoin's cycle low for quite some time. He says that Bitcoin could fall at $50,000 and potentially into the high 40,000 range before establishing what he expects to be the cycle low. You know what I see? A perfect storm happening. We don't get clarity. We don't get. We get maybe another AI scare out of Moonshot now that we have that kind of floating in people's heads. People are talking more about the AI bubble again. And then we maybe get maybe an extension to the war effort in a more meaningful way. Maybe critical infrastructure was destroyed, sends markets lower. Who knows? But I think there could be a trifecta that could, happen. Again, we have the time frame is perfect for something like this too, right before October. Whether it's a kind of current levels or we crash to really below people out and move into the 50s, possibly the high 40s. You have to remember that every major bear market in Bitcoin's history since its inception has been an 80% plus correction. If you take Bitcoin's high 120s, it would indicate that, of course, Peter Brandt says. Yeah, we also, of course, have adoption. And the big boys didn't get in until pretty much last cycle, right? We didn't get the huge interest in, and they really couldn't even invest until we changed some of the regulations towards the end of 2023 into 2024 for companies and of course hold crypto on the balance sheets. Right now it's a neutral sentiment. Markets don't bottom on neutral sentiment. Markets bottom on panic and volume, and I want to see so much doom, guys. I'm so excited to see more doom. Where is the doom? Send it. Jeez. Okay, let's see what else we got rolling up on the news this morning. But I do like that one. I do think that's kind of where we're lining up. That's where we're going. Capital B approves 10-for-1 reverse stock split and broaden investor base. We did get Michael Saylor teasing for another buy, but I don't think he actually bought over the weekend or announced buys from over the weekend. He just said, "I wonder what happens next." Probably gonna announce a buy. Saylor turns up the heat also too with his 110 reasons why BIP 110 is a bad idea. This is takes me back, man. Takes me back to the 21 reasons why you should own Bitcoin. Of course, playing with the numbers. He loves to play with numbers. That's his thing. The man that controls the biggest corporate treasury of Bitcoin in the world says that he has objectives and disagrees about the remedy detailed in the proposed temporary fork to Bitcoin with the proposed BIP 110. And if you guys, I don't want to get into all the weeds on this, but if you guys aren't familiar with what BIP 110, it's basically to oppose Bitcoin as being developed in a way where all the meme coins, of course, flood the blockchain like every other blockchains, and Bitcoin, of course, is an old girl, right? She's an old girl. She's 15, 16 years old. She's still developing, but she's not like a Solana or a or a Sui or an Ethereum. She can't really handle all the fluff, of course, that comes with the likes of Ordinals in the past. She's done okay, but in some of the peak years, I remember seeing in 2021, I remember seeing like $100 gas fee on for a Bitcoin. So I don't appreciate it. I would love in a perfect world for us to be able to do everything on Bitcoin. Maybe that's something that we could talk about maybe in a few years, but no one wants, of course, to challenge the network security and just kind of just for the whole reason of throwing pictures on the blockchain. All right. So anyway, that's one of his push still to prevent that from happening. He's been, of course, adamant about that since the earlier years. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on it. For those who aren't aware, that's what's going on, basically, in a nutshell. South Korea eyes September launch their second phase of the CBDC pilot. And again, we've been keeping up on some of those CBDCs in Europe with the European CBDCs also around the same exact time frame. Argentina, too, I think they should have already had their pilot, I think. A lot of other CBDCs, of course, shaking the world up. Let's see. What else? Anything else popping off here? Bitcoin outlook improves amid 6% weekly gain. Can Bitcoin bulls push higher? A lot of hopium articles here this morning, which I guess is good. But, nothing worth reading. Alright, let's take a look and see what else is going over here with crypto. 1 second. Over here at cryptonews.net. But before I do that, let's double check, of course, Doomberg. Make sure nothing else is popping off. They're still interviewing him over here for Airbus. The Airbus CEO over here in the UK. Alright, and CBC is probably on break. Yeah, they're on break. Alright. Double check.
There's some kind of
yeah, they're on break. At least it's working this morning. Again, guys, if you want to catch the real news for free, go to newslive.com. Don't pay for what you get for free. All right, we haven't done the weather this morning. We should get into the weather. Of course, what's going on with Bitcoin this morning? 64,300, down a little bit from the opening. I think we hit a high of, 64.8 in the last 24 hours, so it is down a little bit there. If you guys want to, of course, catch this for free, this is, of course, Kim of the White Snowland on YouTube, bringing you the live heat map for free. Don't pay for what you get free. If it's free, it's for me. That's what I always say. There's always too many things that are nickeling, diming us to death here in the States. All right, let's go and see what we got. Can't afford everything, man. Can't afford everything. It's kind of blurry this morning. Anyway, so the weather. What do we got in the weather today? Overall volume is still kind of meh. right? Meh, flat. 5.2 billion, 5.4 billion. The Bulls and the Bears, of course, just kind of in a standoff. Oh, I need a brighter color. Let's go yellow. All right, and then we're looking at what's going on here on the day. Here in the last hour or so, it looks like it's just kind of trending a little lower this morning. We are stuck kind of between 64,000 and about 65. The Bears won't let us go past 65 yet. This is the new heat map that Kimba's brought us last week. So we're still playing with that one there. I do like the contrast. It's nice and pretty. I'm still trying to get used to it. My eyes, of course, adjusting to the matrix here. all right. So it looks a little higher. We are looking a little higher here. Overall, a little bit on. It's kind of mixed. It's kind of mixed. I see down here 64,000 attempting to hold, but we could lose that today. If we do, we're going to be hitting probably that 63.8, probably 63.8 here this afternoon. Overall, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. A lot of interest. Getting back towards 65. 65.6 possibly by the end of the day if we do have a good market open and intraday trading session. On the weekly, looking a little bit higher, printing higher here on pretty much every level, so that's at least a little bullish there. Nothing really happening underneath 65 though. It's kind of meh. Nothing really going on down here. We got some hopefuls trying to load up here within the last solid week now, over there at about 62,000, about a little higher, 63,000, 63.8, a little bit there as well at 61.8. But other than that, it's pretty much just been flat and dead down here. Of course, no one's really interested in 55, 56, 57 Bitcoin in the short term here, or in the weekly or the daily. On the monthly though, there's a little bit there, but nothing really new here on the month either. These are just old orders, of course, old longs. Hopefully, hoping to pick up some down here. But down here a little bit higher, we do still have some areas being picked up here more recently in the last week or two at about 63, 64. So that's pretty much what we're looking at right now. Low 63, high 65, high 66. Kind of still stuck in that range there on the monthly. Overall, not too bad. Still some upside left for Bitcoin in the month, provided we don't see any more catastrophe. So again, today, as for today though, I would say it's kind of cloudy with a chance of storms, chance of rain, maybe like drizzling, right? Maybe drizzling. So far, we don't see like a big sell-off happening as of this morning, but it is kind of flat here on the volume. All right. That's what we got going on this morning. Bitcoin retracing back down to about 64,200 as the rain starts to come in this morning. All right, how we doing in the chat, guys? How we doing? The Crypto Otaku still provides. Says Crypto Quint. I do my best, man. I do my best. Cheers to the Dead Channel. Cheers to the Dead Channel, Cliff. Good morning. Top of the morning to you guys. Didn't Trump just put a tariff on the Canadian wildfire smoke? What the hell? That's hilarious. Stupid. I'm getting a lot of my buttons back working now too, guys. So yeah, we're coming back. We're coming back from the move, right? From the move. Cliff says, keep crypto down until the midterms. Make crypto a non-issue, and then of course spike that into the new year. That's a good plan there. Cliff. Strawberry Dragons, shout out to Cliff from Strawberry. We had a good weekend, guys. We had a fun weekend. Cliff and I and Strawberry were out there chatting up a storm till like 2 or 3 in the morning. I think it was on our Patreon live on Friday night. Was it Friday night? I think it was Friday night. Yeah, it was a good time. A lot of sea stories from, of course, the Cliff Meister. If you guys haven't already checked it out, we do, of course, provide a mode of access to me and, of course, the rest of the Chaos crew. You can hang out and chat with the Chaos crew and myself every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. And into the weekend, we do like to, of course, have a good time, especially if anything's popping off. We do pop up lives, too, if we do see, of course, something big pop up in the market. All right, so, again, it's only $15 a month if you guys want to hang out with the Chaos crew. I'll see you over there. Again, we have another one tonight after the live stream at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We do ours on Mondays as well. All right, let's see what else we got going on here in the news. Go back over here to TradFi real quick, make sure we're not missing anything else happening with Doomberg. And they on break. Kramer.
And then we partner with companies.
Everybody on break. Everybody on break. All right. Back to crypto news we go. Here we go. I'm going to refresh this one. Tether's USDT hits 2-year countdown, threatening its position on U.S. crypto platforms. Jesus. Just cannot... We cannot go a single year without Tether getting pushed out of this country or that country, or they're not meeting regulatory, constraints or whatever. The world's leading stablecoin by volume, Tether's USDT, could be shoved, and market cap. Don't forget about market cap. Could be shoved out of the U.S. markets if the company doesn't revamp dramatically in the next 2 years. Despite assurances last year, the CEO Paolo Donio that the stablecoin giant would achieve its U.S. compliance for USDT, the company hasn't revealed its sharp turn or toward the demands of the guiding and establishing national innovation of U.S. stablecoins, the Genius Act, which became law, of course, 1 year ago, and it was enacted, I'm sure. It was the deadline was Saturday. I'm sure it was just enacted just this weekend. With the consequential anniversary of President Donald Trump's signing of the law passing on Saturday, there it is, the industry has marked a surge in stablecoin interest and issuance, plus a wider range of crypto and traditional financial firms pursuing the U.S. trust bank charters to ease the stablecoin pathways. But the 1 year mark was also supposed to be a deadline for the federal financial regulators to have the rules in place for implementing Genius Act, and they have so far fallen short. That could be problematic, as experts and industry insiders reveal some disagreements over how the law should be interpreted. At this point, it's all still two firms battling for market dominance, with a few others, of course, is just Circle and Tether. President Donald Trump's worldly financial fighting it out for a very distant third place. Tether's chief rival, U.S.-based Circle, has of course made apparent of the efforts to pre-comply with the U.S. regulations that will soon be required. Right. Meanwhile, Tether's most recent disclosures suggest as much as a quarter of USDT's reserves. The stockpile meant to ensure that those redeeming their coins will always be able to. We're still plugged into assets that won't meet the Genius Act standards, such as precious metals, which they have a fuck ton of gold. I'm talking like more than most countries' amount of gold. Lending, and then of course Bitcoin, which is not compliant with, the Genius Act as well. Anything but dollars. They of course want you to hold dollars for the stablecoin companies. Genius requires the issuers to be fully reserved in the most highly liquid and reliable assets, only in dollars. Essentially cash and U.S. treasuries only. Tether will comply with the Genius Act, Donio told CoinDesk at the White House in the moments after Trump signed the Genius Act a year ago. While the CEO indicated that his company would pursue a separate U.S.-specific token, he said that the USDT would also manage to meet with the law's foreign issuer standards. When asked multiple times for an update of the compliance stance in recent days, representative of El Salvador's base Tether didn't offer a response. All right. That's kind of where we're at there. All right. Anything else happening in crypto land? Let's see. Numerai completes third MMR buyback. One of you guys in the chat told me about this. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? MMR. We looked at that chart a few weeks ago. It looked pretty good. Clarity Act delay creates uncertainty, and Meme Toro AI pre-sale offer real utility. Okay. Meme Toro AI pre-sale, what the hell? They showing on this site. Analyst, critical warning for Bitcoin. The level could be the key to bull season. Some hopium right there. Tom Lee's Bitmine showed Ethereum purchases as it bought back another 86 million in stock. They slowed their Ethereum purchases, and they're just buying some of their stock back this week. EtherFi collaborates with Nexus Mutual on ETH protection. Those two could be coming back pretty big. I know EtherFi's definitely been moving here as of recently. What was it? Nexus is still down. Seller Strategy raises cash reserves to $3.2 billion, leaving Bitcoin holdings unchanged this week. That came out an hour ago. Strategy, the world's largest corporate Bitcoin treasury holder. Yeah, we know. Michael Saylor, executive chairman of the firm, said Monday that the strategy now holds a U.S. dollar reserve of $3.2 billion alongside of its 843,000 Bitcoin stash. Regulatory filings showed the company sold over 2.7 million of its MicroStrategy shares for roughly $263 million, of course. cash for the equity program. All right, MicroStrategy was 1.2% higher trading this morning at a 96 per in-market trading, alongside the small rise of the price of Bitcoin over the weekend to current 64,700 levels at the pre-market. That's where we were. All right, let's see. Anything else here? Trending. A bit of Volmageddon. What? What the hell? Bank of Korea prepares for a live CBDC transactions with 9 banks in September. Again, they're starting their pilot program for the CBDC. We already mentioned that this morning. Mike Novogratz praises and warns of a huge altcoin. He declares a founder a crypto hero and issuing a warning alongside it. What the hell? A hell of a headline here. Speaking of recent news, Mike Novogratz stated that Buterein's vision and technical leadership played a decisive role in Ethereum's current position, adding that Buterein's influence of the industry is undeniable. So he's patting, of course, the back of Buterin. And he's just talking about ETH for the most part there. At this point, Novogratz argued that Buterein's more visible and active leadership would significantly contribute to the Ethereum community and network's development. While the Ethereum remains probably blah blah blah. Okay, whatever. I just praising Ethereum. Okay. What else we got? Anything else? That seems about it this morning. Kind of slow in the news this morning. Slow start to the week. Supposed to get some more Clarity Act news this week. We're running out of runway. This is pretty much it. Next week will be kind of the last week before they go into recess. Okay, let's double check and see what else is going over here on Doomberg. Let's get back to Chaos over here, and then we're going to do some doom scrolling. They're still on break. And CNBC, they're back on break again.
Beyond.
I think it's just a little bit reassuring.
Gas prices back above $4 a gallon. That's what I see.
Right.
As maybe originally thought.
Sunny Florida, and it's
explain why
average is like right now $3.99.
Is pretty calm at this moment. Let's talk more about the market action, the interplay with the earnings and the economy. Ed Yardeni, president of Yardeni Research, joins us. Ed, good to see you. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
So talk about the setup here. I mean, on the one hand, we have earnings coming through, really beating very high expectations for the most part. You also have, this kind of tech rotation within the sector. At the same time, the S&P 500 has been capped for a couple of months here. What's your read on what's really going on?
Well, we have a lot of rotating and correcting going on in the market. The S&P 500, as you were pointing out, has been
AI to crash so we can rotate into the
very column since May 14th, when we first got to 7,500. Well, we're still basically at that level. So column at the surface, but below that, a lot of.
All right. I'm already kind of over that there. S&P 500 sitting at 7,480 this morning. That's not terrible. All right, let's see. Real Kevin in the chat. Let me catch up with some of you guys in the chat. Bitcoin right now sitting at 64,300. A little bit of a correction this morning from the high of I think we touched 65 just last night. Okay. Keep crypto down until after the midterms. Yeah, make a crypto a non-issue, says Cliff. I agree. Kevin says in the chat, can 30,000 to 40,000 turn into 1 million this cycle? Damn. Yeah, I don't know. If you really stretch it and you go degen and you're putting a lot more risk on the table, I would not recommend it. Make sure you guys have a diversified portfolio. Stay alive in crypto. I think it's possible with the right portfolio. It's just going to be really hard. Real quick, can someone give me a link to the Discord Patreon? The link in the bio is expired. What? That sucks. I could probably get one for you. Maybe. Maybe. I'll see if I can throw that up in the chat. Curtis Kimball in the chat says, love the rapid fire updates. I was curious what your thoughts are on TAO, its potential for the long term, if I can capture a portion of the AI space. I think it's going to do well. It's one of my long-term picks. I haven't started accumulating for that long-term portfolio yet, but I'm looking at it right now. Anything under $200 is a pretty good buy right now for TAO. If we do get an AI sell-off, it could go lower, but yeah, I'll have to see how today the market rotates or comes the sway. We have to see if the sway, of course, comes back down for the by the rest of the year. I gotta see if I can grab this link for Kevin. Do want to catch up with my boy Kevin. It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. Let me see if I can get some of these. I did just update that link, but it's probably not working. I might have a temporary one here. I'm not sure how long this will be accessed for, but there we go in the chat. That's the Discord link. The Patreon link should work in the chat. Let me know if it's not sending you where it needs to go, and I'll fix that after the live stream. All right. Again, guys, if you guys want to hang out and of course have participate in some more chaos with me after the live stream, of course you can do that over here. We do of course have open live channels. You can of course chat with the rest of the chaos crew. It's only $15 a month to join the Patreon. All right, moving on. 64,300 on Bitcoin. We're gonna get back to Monday Gways with Andy. Monday Gways with Andy. Kimball says, love the rapid fire updates. I was curious what thoughts on Tau. Again, Tau I think is doing pretty well. It's going to do pretty well in the future. It's again, the lows right now are still pretty good. Anything under $200 is good in my opinion for Tau. All right, I think this is going to be your bread and butter AI project for this next run. I like Render too. If I had to pick between one or the other, I'd still pick Tau, because Tau is just kind of still more of your again, your more bread and butter. Render is more just still for just graphical compute and processing graphics and that sort of nature. All right, there's plenty of other coins in that sector, but I think those two are probably going to do the best in terms of overall adoption and investment. ROI. Let's see what we got. Virtuals and Pirate. Virtuals a good one too, Andy. Yes, Virtuals a good one as well. Don't forget Virtuals. Wow, I can now rewind. Nice. Yes. I think the last update I did kind of push through. I think DVR is now working. So yes, you can rewind now. So I better not fuck up. All right. Let's get back over to some more news over on TradFi, and then we gotta double check everything over on X. Make sure we're not missing anything breaking in crypto this morning. Okay, what do we got?
Cash deal valued at about $5.2 billion. LXP shareholders will receive $61.20 a share, and the transaction is expected to be completed in the fourth quarter. What's interesting here is that LXP really is focused on the industrial space, so around tenant warehouse.
All right. We're still talking about energy and stuff. With CNBC, what do we got over here? They're on break, and we're gonna get back into crypto news. Just one more run through. Let's see if there's anything else breaking. Let's take a look at CoinDesk this morning and the headlines over here. Looks like Hut 8 surges on $9.8 billion AI data center lease, lifting compute sector. I thought that guy in the corner was Ancient Aliens guy. It was probably aliens. Anyway, Tom Lee's Bitmine slowed Ethereum purchases. Okay, we already went through all this. Stellar, of course, sticking to cash reserves here recently. And Brazil securitizes, of course, going for their tokenizational proposal. Bitcoin Volmageddon may be brewing. I think this is the same headlines we read on the other platforms. So yeah, we're already up to date over here on CoinDesk. All right, I guess it's time to doom scroll, guys. It's going over here to, of course, my Twitter page. If you guys haven't already heard, Bitcoin Twitter's back. Bitcoin Twitter's back. Yeah, it's back. But if you haven't already, please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, do all the things down below. As I'm still a growing channel and would like to have your love and support as much as I possibly can. Don't forget, you can also like and subscribe over here to my Twitter page. All right, let's just do some doom scrolling, see what we got happen up here on the lineup. Strategy, of course, has increased their USD reserves by 225 million. Now sitting over 3.2 billion, and they're not keeping their investors up to date on, at least on this. Jan 3 also reposted it. That's, of course, Samson Mal's company. My otaku brother from another mother. I haven't mentioned him in a minute. He hasn't been in the news in a minute. Of course, putting their their ability to pay dividends out possibly now closer to 2 years. All right, Coin Bureau, new Bitcoin developers have introduced the BIP 361 proposal, a proposal designed to safeguard wallets against the future of quantum computing risks, and that continues, to be a narrative. When I was at the Bitcoin 2026 conference in Vegas this year, it was a big talking point, but it still was not met with too much, haste, right? They're not moving in, they're not doing anything fast or anything, of course, out of line, just yet. But there was a lot of different migrational proposals and things like that. I think for the most part, the best option right now is to kind of just migrate the old wallets, obviously. If you have older wallets sitting on old hard drives, you need to update those, of course, to the latest encryption model, because the latest encryption model, of course, is not even suspected to be broken until later in the quantum year cycle anyway. All right, ethics stalemate threatens a Clarity Act timeline. All right, according to the reporting of Eleanor Tourette, the Clarity Act still has no schedule on the Senate floor and no updated legislative text. Several key provisions remain under negotiation within 14 working days before the lawmakers, of course, go into August recess. The biggest sticking point remains on ethics, and of course that's the most politically news-driven thing we have right now, with the Democrats, of course, pointing to Trump and his family, of course, a conflict of interest. While some still hope for the vote this week, many on Capitol Hill believe that the window is rapidly closing. Did we even get the freaking draft bill on Friday? I don't know, I didn't hear nothing. If the bill doesn't reach the Senate floor this week, next week, its chances of passing before the August recess diminishes sharply. What I did hear, though, was that they did actually have that meeting on ethics on, I think it was Thursday. It was Thursday before his address. We, of course, covered that last week. So we did at least get the ethics meeting done with the Trump family. I don't know if what came out of that. I doubt anything good, because I think it was just the day after he pushed another product from Truth Social. All right, just in, Russia's state Duma to consider a bill to regulate Bitcoin and crypto tomorrow. The TASS reports tomorrow will be the passing the law in the second, third readings aimed at creating the legal conditions for cryptocurrencies to function in our country. The state of Duma. I've never even heard of this before. Okay. Again, just progress, right? Progress. Milk Money, of course, reminding you about Qubit. Milk Money, of course, shout out to Milk Money popping up in my feed again. I do follow Milk Money. I do, of course, follow a lot of my other subscribers as well. Looking for a high potential AI project for your investment? You should do some research into Qubit. Of course, pushing, of course, his favorite project every day. That's Milk Money. It's official. South Korea's Kospi records its highest, biggest monthly drop ever in history, surpassing the 2008 financial global crisis. They are still high leverage traders happening. From what I heard, it's 33% of the entire adult population is trading with these high leverage plays right now in South Korea. It's like literally almost every like 1 out of 3 people in the street. It's nuts. Kospi fell as much as 5% today before closing 4.4%. Of course, that's one of the headlines of my the front and center on my thumbnail this morning. As we continue to sell off the Kospi, it's like an average right now of like 4 or 5% every single day. Extends its July to date decline of 23.13%, surpassing, of course, the 2008 financial crisis. Am I really? X is crashing my computer? Really? Damn it! Are you stupid? I guess so. I guess X is gonna give it to you, and it's gonna crash my live stream. Wow. All right. I guess I'm gonna have to pause on X then. All right, let's get back over here to the chat. What's going on with you guys? What's going on? Delson, good morning. Wow, can I rewind? Yes, you can. You can rewind now. It's amazing. We have upgraded the live stream. Rewinding is possible now. Yes, 100% now, Delson. Working now. Thanks, bro. Yeah, awesome. I'm glad that we finally we finally made it happen. All right. Let's get back over here to Doomberg real quick. If anything else is happening, they're on break, and we're getting closer to that. That time. CNBC talking about sports ball.
The overall price performance.
I don't know. I don't know. Let's double check and see what's going on with Poly Market, and then that might be it, guys. That might be all I got for you. Things are kind of slowing down in the news. It is Monday. Again, it is Monday. I'm going to start jogging this morning, so I'm going to get back to doing that, since now I don't have to to worry about a move every single day like I have for the past 4 months. All right. So let's just take a look at Poly Market. Poly Market's still looking at sports, primarily sports, headlining, of course. Top trends right now on Poly Market. I do want to, of course, double check what's going on with Clarity Act. Now sitting at 31% chance, the lowest we've seen now ever. Literally ever. Chances, of course, going into, of course, the end of the year, this being signed into law. Yeah. I wanted to see if did Clarity actually get the draft out. Draft bill last Friday. Did it happen? Let me just see if I can get a quick little AI answer on that real quick. Yes, updated. The text of the Clarity Act was released on July 17th following the White House meeting. However, it has not been voted on, of course, in the Senate. Future remains uncertain. All right, so they guess they did get that draft bill out on Friday. All right, we weren't able to do a live stream on Friday because my stream crashed. I don't know if you guys saw that. That was pretty epic. Everything just went froze. The sound just like melted. The graphics started like chopping. That was pretty cool. All right. And of course, that's why we're here today on a new setup. All right, 64,000 on Bitcoin. We are losing possibly 64,000 going into the intraday trading session. So far, it has been respecting this trend line. Will she break? And again, I said this morning, he's looking tight. Looking tight. And not in the right direction. Oof, it's really testing that. Again, these are the same rails we had from April. I literally copied and pasted them. Same exact rails. Probably not going to be a similar move like we saw in April anymore after today. This is kind of the make or break moment. Either we're going to freaking rip up to the sky, or we're going to break down. I'm going to imagine we're going to probably go back down here and retest maybe the lows again. About 63,006 maybe by this afternoon. If this does break down here in the next... time is it? Next half hour or so. It's still kind of early. 10:30. This is usually when we start ripping down. Remember when we used to hang out all the time, watch this thing like clockwork drop in about 5 minutes. In about 5 minutes. All right, we'll see. So far, she's trying to hold. So far. All right, let's get back over here. See what's going on. Anything else happening in crypto? There's some places I haven't checked this morning. We can probably squeeze a little bit out, maybe a little bit more out. I think that's pretty much it. I think I pretty much looked everywhere. Yes sir. Kraken rolls out simpler Bitcoin Ethereum options to grow derivatives markets. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with Binance US though. I mean, they're really going to start being competitive. I want to see them like they're talking about what is it, like 6 or 7% on what Circle and Tether, paying stablecoin rewards. That could really spark a competitive market here in America with the likes of Coinbase. Anything else? Not really anything else here, guys. I think that's it. I think that is it. Overall, okay. Catch up on some of my picks right now. Zama's still pumping. I sold my bag this morning at about 3.839. I do, of course, like Zama. But this is getting a little heated. It hasn't been able to stay above here for quite long in the past, and I do expect a pullback at some point. I'll be talking probably this afternoon with the Chaos crew with some other entries. I would love for us to see maybe a retracement down to at least 3.6, 3.7 before, of course, getting back in on this one. All right, of course, lower will be greater or better. About 3.5 would be perfect pullback. All right, let's see what else. Anything else popping off right now? That is one of the biggest movers we do have. Rave is up 26% again. Boom. Did throw some money at Rave. Was it last weekend? Or no, I think it was on our. Might have been on our Wednesday live, our Patreon live on Wednesday. Again, if you're not hanging out with the Chaos crew, you're missing some of these calls. Yeah. Again, join, of course, the Patreon. It's only $15 a month. Again, it's a nice little fun place to hang out on the cheap in crypto. We've been making some good money. We're making, and then of course, sometimes it doesn't always work out in your favor with the likes of Gwei still dropping. Yeah, still dropping. Now sitting at a low this morning, about 2 cents 7. We are pretty much back at the beginning of this project's history. This is pretty much the final bottom, question mark. If we do lose anything further, we're going to be going into negative territory. Looking at about, 1 cent 5 is kind of my next stop if we do lose this target. So be careful, the Yuguays out there. I still think one of the narratives that might still kind of push us up is the buy the rumor, sell the event, still kind of going for the July 21st token unlock. Still haven't heard anything really bad from this, good or bad or anything from the project. As of this morning, I don't know. Maybe there's something been announced, but yeah, hold on to your butts still. If you're looking to get an entry, maybe look no further than right now. It's looking pretty good right now. If it does, could be a comeback of a lifetime. If this coin wants to shoot back up, maybe run this back into next year or something. That could be a good one. Or even by the end of the year, that could be a huge recovery for GUI. All right, let's see. Anything else happening in crypto? At least on my charts, not really. This is the biggest movers anyway right now. Siren, yeah, don't forget about Siren. This is, of course, one of my Patreon members, Nicole's, one of her coins right now she likes is a Siren. Coming back up here, possibly from the dead. Possibly. And I was talking about entry, exits and quick, just some quick swings here. Huge, if that does play out to the upside, back to at least 200% move there. That'd be insane. But even down here, if you wanted to run it back up to here, you're looking at a 50 or 60% retest to about 6 cents. So, I mean, that could be some quick little strong swings there for Siren if that's your game you want to play. All right, but anyway, guys, I still think that you should be preparing for long-term bags. As we're probably going to see a big correction here, especially if AI continues to scare the markets. With the likes of that moonshot, I'm telling you, I've been de-risking a lot. If you guys haven't been hearing here on my Patreon, of course, I've been talking a lot about more about de-risking here recently, rather than late, going into the end of this month. All right. Real Kevin says, working now. Thanks, bro. 100%, man. I'll definitely check on that after the live stream. Thanks again for letting me know some of the links are not working. And then, yes, you guys can rewind now on the channel. That has been fixed. Yes. So now you can... You can scroll back. If I keep talking or go too fast, you guys can, of course, slow me down. It's a be like that, man. I get really into it. All right, one more double check on TradFi.
On the one hand, and everything
and then we're gonna probably head out.
Those companies are cheap. The growth is pretty good, and we think those stocks are going to hold up much better.
Earnings. We're getting into the teeth of second quarter earnings here, Phil. What are you looking for? What do you think the market's keying on?
Earnings have been terrific. I mean, our expectations.
All right, yeah, we do still have a whole week of earnings happening this week, of course, in tech. All right, still going on. All right, guys, I think that's pretty much it. Another quick mention, ZBEC having a little bit of a quick recovery here, back up the trend high. This could still bleed down, so be careful on that one on ZBEC. Again, one of my targets right now, if it does correct, we're looking down there about 1.5. I don't want to see it, but we did, of course, have some weeks back there back in February. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now for ZBEC. If you are, of course, still in on ZBEC, that's what's going on there. All right, guys. That's all I got for you. Hope you guys have a great Monday. We'll be back, of course, tonight for the live stream covering the morning open in the foreign markets, as always, right? It's on my dead channel that I shut down like 4 weeks ago, or 5 weeks ago, according to some other YouTuber. Yeah, no, still going live, still going, of course, doing this every single day, like I always have been. Nothing has changed. And of course, we're moving to Asia next week, taking the show into Otaku land in Asia. The bear at the hump, the freaking trumpet, freaking clip. All right, guys. All right. Hodl strong. I'll see you again tonight. Have a good day. And yeah, I love to speak with you guys tonight. Have a good one. Always hard to say goodbye. Later. I'll see you soon. That's right. I'll see you soon. I got that working again. See you soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among the stars.
Cliff, you were not kidding, man. I thought you were joking. Trump threatens the tariff Canada over wildfire smoke. This is ridiculous. All right. Later, guys. Later.
Watch the cash burn, land fade. A new world rises. We've made the trade. The robots are rising. ICE taking the crown. But we're the ones that won't back down.
All right, guys, here we are at McDonald's, back at my work. Just got out of my car. We're going to go back to work and see if